1532, Pizarro and his conquistadors landed in Peru and claimed it as a Spanish settlement in 1534. What they found was that Peru is divided into three regions: Pacific Coast, Andean Highlands, and tropical rainforest. Today, Peru is considered one of the most ecologically diverse countries in the world and is home to 31.6 million people. The capital of Peru is Lima, and the official language is Spanish. Peru gained its independence on July 28, 1821. Most agricultural outputs come from the tropical rainforest in the Amazon River basin and the Pacific coastal valleys.
According to the CIA World Factbook, 25.8% of the labor force in Peru is jobs within the agricultural sector. While this sector also contributed approximately 13.32 billion US dollars to the GDP in 2018, that is significantly up from the 12.2 the previous year. And even so, only 2.74% of Peru is made up of arable land.
Peru trades a majority with the United States and European countries. The agricultural products that Peru exports to the United States are tropical fruits, coffee, and grapes. The top imports that are coming into Peru are corn, wheat, and soybean meal.
Here in Peru, our top 5 leading imports are corn at 587 million. Second, wheat at 466 million. Soybean meal, 368 million. Raw sugar, 254 million. And finally, number 5, rice at 201 million. And on the other side of trade, we have our top 5 exports, starting it off with tropical fruits at 910 million. Coming in second is coffee with 756 million. In third, we have grapes, 690 million. Other vegetables in fourth with 464 million. And wrapping it up in number 5 is other fruits at 460 million. Our top 5 leading agricultural outputs are grapes, followed by avocados, followed up by mangoes, followed by coffee, and wrapped up with asparagus. Our native animals, which are ranched mainly in the Andes, are llamas and alpacas raised for their wool. Exotic livestock consist of poultry and cattle, which are the most popular.
A vast majority of farmers in Peru are subsistence farmers. Most of them produce potatoes and other vegetables for the consumption of their families and villages. There are, however, vast estates in coastal valleys that operate in more of a plantation-style agriculture. Before the Agrarian Reform Law in 1969, over 80% of arable coastal land was owned by only 1.7% of property owners. These large estates focus more on cash crops such as cotton and sugarcane, while the smaller farms grow a wide variety of vegetables and fruits. Subsistence farmers in these regions usually have very little in terms of implements and supporting infrastructure. Because of this detachment from value chains, most subsistence farmers utilize the same strategies used by their people for many hundreds of years. 70% of these remote farms are less than 5 hectares in size and are located in the Andean Highlands, a high-altitude region that benefits from somewhat regular rainfall and consistent irrigation from melting glaciers. Most farming here takes place in the form of grazing animals and planting hardy tubers on the mountainsides, but they also utilize gardening plots called chacras at lower altitudes. In gorges and valleys of the Andes, the temperature is high enough that it is capable of producing a wider variety of plants in these chacras, which aids in creating a more diverse and nutritive diet for the farmers and their families.
The two most popular dishes in Peru are ceviche and lomo saltado. Ceviche is a seafood dish made from raw fish cured with lime, lemon, chili peppers, chopped onions, salt, and coriander. The main commodity for this dish is the fish caught in the coastal waters. Start with adding lime juice or lemon juice with onions and the raw fish into a large mixing bowl. Make sure the fish is completely covered in juice. Wait roughly 4 hours until the fish doesn't look raw. In a separate bowl, mix your chili peppers, salt, tomatoes, and any other spice or flavor, and immediately refrigerate. After, serve and enjoy. Lomo saltado is a traditional Peruvian dish. It is a stir fry that has strips of sirloin, onions, tomatoes, french fries, and various other vegetables. Served with a side of rice, the main commodity would be the meat. Start with seasoning the beef and begin cooking it slowly. Then add onions, chili peppers, tomatoes, soy sauce, and any other vegetables you might like. Add both bowls together and stop heating. Serve with a side of french fries and rice.
Peru is not what most people would consider to be an agricultural powerhouse. With only 2.74% arable land, it's no wonder that they turn to mineral products and fishing industries to support their economy.
Yet, while they may not export much, we can still learn much about sustainable agriculture or by viewing and gaining new perspectives on the way that they operate the agriculture within that country.
Thanks for watching. This has been Ag Nation.
And don't forget to slap that like button
And hit subscribe.